Okay, so in most cases, there's a way that you can trick or hack your body into breaking that ceiling. But first you have to know what it is. So you have to find what the max tempo is or the riff that you're trying to play. That is information I don't have based on what you're asking me here. But most metal songs, the fastest that I've heard with riffs and interruptions, and when I say interruptions, most riffs aren't going through the whole song. They have a where it interrupts the down picking. So I'm going to pick Master of Puppets, and I'm going to show you a way. It's called overclocking. And the psychology of this is a lot like how weightlifters lift more weight, trick their body into lifting more weight in the weight room. So let's say a guy can curl 50 pounds with one arm, and he wants to do more. Well, he has his buddy help him up with a 60-pound weight, right? And he does about, I don't know, 5 or 6 reps with that. He goes back to the 50-pound weight after a break, and all of a sudden that 50-pound weight feels lighter. The weight didn't get lighter. What happened was his neuromuscular, his brain, his nervous system is telling him, oh, this is not as heavy as what you just lifted, right? So once you find your tempo, I'm going to use Master of Puppets as an example because it's a riff everyone knows. It's around 215 song tempo. I'm going to clock this at 220. I'm going to play this at 220 and go as long as I can with it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm starting to fall behind a little bit. Now I'm taking it to 230. 230. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can hear it's starting to get a little messy. That's okay. That's kind of what we want. When I say what we want, we're not looking for a sloppy riff, okay? But we do want to struggle with this because we're trying to push the body into something it's not comfortable with. And as you could tell by this on my forehead, my body was starting to get a little uncomfortable with that. Now you do this for a couple minutes. Then you go back down to the tempo that you were trying to achieve, and a lot of the times it'll work for you, man. However, there's no substitute for practice, repetition, 3-4 times a week. Try this, don't do it every day. You'll burn your tendons out on your arm. There's something to also be said about the psychological part of this. You want to attack it mentally, okay? Attack it mentally. I can, I will. On a final note, when I was getting my down picking in order, I used to sit there just on my bed while I was talking to somebody or I was listening to my brother ramble about something and just sit there and I would examine my down picking technique. Is it as efficient as it can be? Am I making too big of a motion? I also recommend about a 30-degree downward slice so you get a little bit less resistance from the string.